We don't want the situation that now happens in the Me Too movement in the US, where 30 years later, you talk about I was arrested in the elevator.
Yes.
No, if you don't complain within 12 months, please, cut it off.
Now, in a statement issued today, Mr. Chuck said he deeply regrets what, upon reflection, was insensitive behavior on his part and unreservedly and sincerely apologizes. He says he acknowledges and sympathizes with the hurt and the trauma experienced by persons who are victims of harassment or any form of sexual abuse for which there is no statute of limitation.
I commit and assure everyone who has been concerned by my utterance that my conduct in committee meetings and otherwise will reflect the fact that I do not seek to diminish the importance of this issue. I always advocate for women to be treated with dignity and respect, and I believe in a society where women are never objectified or exploited. I ask for the public's forgiveness and commit to championing the cause and concerns of our women, and to be an ally and an advocate representing fully and fairly the women of Jamaica.
Corruption is a vile disease that sucks and drains the health out of something good. Corruption in society is an evil moral infection that keeps community in the state of perpetual sickness. Corruption is a moral virus. It's so potent it leaves its host sick, lethargic, and unable to realize and accomplish all that a well person can. Where corruption thrives, poverty and not prosperity thrives. Wealth is grabbed into the greedy, grubby hands of those who get fat on the toil and labor of good people. Corruption benefits only temporarily those who participate in it. Everyone else is a victim of the theft, the deceit, the dishonesty, and the lies that corruption feeds on. You need to know that a corrupt person is stealing from you.
What is the difference between the ordinary thief and a political thief? Number one, the ordinary thief steals your money, your bag, your watch, and your jewelry, isn't it? But the political thief steals your future, your career, your education, your health, and your business. Number two, the hilarious part is that the ordinary thief will choose whom to rob. But you are the one who choose the political thief to rob you. Because we choose them. We vote them. We blindly say we are not blind. Who is deceiving who? The ridiculous part of the whole issue is that we will fight to defend and protect our belongings from the ordinary thief. Is it not? But we fight each other to defend and protect the political thief. Is that not what we do? Thugs will be fighting themselves to protect those that are stealing our career, stealing our job, stealing our health, stealing our success. What a shame. What a travesty. Calls for us to think and think deep.
Wagwan family, how you guys doing this morning? Now we're going to talk about Dead Right Fuck. My Dead Right Chuck. Good morning, guys. How you doing? Sorry for this late start. Had technical difficulty. Kick back my time till now. John, what may I come out? Anyway. Now, who is our justice minister? Is our justice minister a criminal? Do we have a criminal as a justice minister? Do we have a justice minister where I hold back the country? Do we have a justice minister who make things bad for the females and bad for victims, just bad everything? We have a justice minister who is pushing criminality from up at top, encouraging politicians to break the law. He's encouraging politicians to break the law. So I'm asking, what happened to the General Legal Counsel? The same people that will come out on ISAT. This is encouraging politicians to break the law. When they come out for ISAT over a song, where is the General Legal Counsel of Jamaica? Or maybe something that work for some people, it only work for some people. Where is the General Legal Counsel? We have the Justice Minister who is garbage. I'm going to show him to the people. I'm going to show him up today. Victims of sexual harassment who don't want to stay, or assault or abuse, or don't want to stay close by to find out what the problem in Jamaica. Their right Chuck is the problem. Andrew Onus is the problem. That's how Andrew Onus wants him administration run. This is the Andrew Onus administration. This is not the JLP administration. I repeat, this is the administration of Andrew Onus, not the JLP. This is a different kettle of fish. And also JLP party, look. We grew up in Jamaica where we only have JLP and PNP. We have never seen the JLP party like this. I'm going to show you. This is the right Chuck, always a sympathizer of pedophiles. Why do you believe that the sexual predator list cannot be made public? Del right Chuck look upon women like garbage. I'm wondering if this brother is a predator himself, our justice minister. I wonder if the sexual registry list made public, if the name going to pop up on it. I'll show you today, people. You know what? I share this, This brother, I come tell politicians to break the law not to cooperate with the Integrity Commission. They must not disclose their wives and their spouse salary. You and I know, say when you have a simple job of foreigner, so you have to fill out the income and expense declaration. If you don't fill that out, you don't have a job. Tax time, where they hide, all them people are hide, so and them in our government. I believe if you guys don't want to be transparent, get your ass out of office. Come out of public office. If you guys do not want to be transparent, get out of public office. Nobody beg enough to come in there. Did nobody ask who called you guys? No, seriously, who called you guys to come in politics? Like, seriously, did the people them call you? Did anybody call you guys to come in the office? Come stir because you're so good and we need you that bad. If you guys don't want to be transparent, get out of public life. So let's get to the video them first because I'm going to show you who this brother is. We don't know him. We don't know this brother. Someone who don't know him. Let's get tonight.
General Secretary of the Jamaica Labour Party, Dr. Horace Chang, and the Jamaica Labour Party Women's Parliamentary Caucus have added their voices to the matter concerning comments made by Justice Minister Delroy Chuck last week during a joint select committee meeting on the sexual harassment bill. During the discussion on an appropriate time period for the reporting of sexual harassment, Mr. Chuck said he did not want to see persons making sexual harassment complaints years after the incident, as has been happening in the Me Too movement. This statement has drawn strong condemnation from members of the public. In the joint statement from the JLP today, Dr. Chang said the groups strongly condemn any statement which diminishes the importance of the issue of sexual harassment or the broader issue of sexual violence. He said Mr. Chuck's apology is welcomed. The JLP General Secretary added that going forward, he expects Mr. Chuck's conduct in the committee will reflect the seriousness with which such matters should be addressed. Meanwhile, the Justice Minister has issued another apology. In his statement on the weekend, Mr. Chuck apologized to anyone who found this remark he made at the Parliamentary Committee inappropriate.
We don't want the situation that now happens in the Me Too movement in the US. Where 30 years later, you talk about I was arrested in the elevator. No, if you don't complain within 12 months, please, cut it off.
Now, in a statement issued today, Mr. Chuck said he deeply regrets what, upon reflection, was insensitive behavior on his part and unreservedly and sincerely apologizes. He says he acknowledges and sympathizes with the hurt and the trauma experienced by persons who are victims of harassment or any form of sexual abuse for which there is no statute of limitation.
Commit and assure everyone who has been concerned by my utterance that my conduct in committee meetings and otherwise will reflect the fact that I do not seek to diminish the importance of this issue. I always advocate for women to be treated with dignity and respect, and I believe in a society where women are never objectified or exploited. I ask for the public's forgiveness and commit to championing the cause and concerns of our women, and to be an ally and an advocate representing fully and fairly the women of Jamaica.
So, let's see what I go on there. He wanted to give, remember, it's a committee meeting about sexual assault and sexual harassment, The justice, listen to the mindset of the justice minister. This is a man of the justice minister, No justice coming for victims. I want you to tune into the come have a show now. He wanted it to be 12 months. If you don't talk again. Him laugh after it and look like victim for idiot in a parliament, a big old grin. And the rest of pedophile sounding, sex harasser in a parliament sounding parliamentarian them are green teeth and I make sound and agree with it. This is our justice minister. Listen one more time.
We don't want the situation that now happens in the Me Too movement in the US. Where 30 years later, you talk about I was arrested in the elevator. No, if you don't complain within 12 months, please, cut it off.
You hear that, people? This is a justice minister. That's how little he think about you, victims. That's how little this brother should be in an office. But maybe I can hear more. So now, after that, the 12 months, he wanted to give to a justice minister, This man is very friendly to predators in Jamaica. I'm going to make you know that today. You're going to hear it today. He's a sympathizer for sexual predator. They're right, Chuck is. Justice minister, nothing not coming for victims. Why do you believe that the sexual predator list is not made public? All them old man, that's a black progress. In my Andrew Wallace. So after I say that in a parliament, people come out and say, no, man. It should be no time on that. It should be no limit on sexual assault and harassment. Guess what you get, people? Victims get what you get. All right. The statute of limitation for reporting sexual harassment is 6 years, meaning a victim can file complaint with the sexual harassment tribunal up to 6 years after the incident occurred. Now, one little girl who is 6-year-old now, and as she grew older, she gonna realize what had happened to her. Yet, she not ready for talk yet. What about so many victims when they're ready for talk yet? 6 years is not enough. There's a lot of little 8-year-old, 7-year-old today that will realize what happened to them a little bit later. It will become clearer to them what happened to them. Justice Minister want to give a look at 8, 10-year-old 12 months. And the crowd come out and bad upon him and give him 6 months, 6 years. I want you guys to understand that. That's a statute of limitation in Jamaica. And on top of that statute, the sexual predator register list is private. You can't go on no website and see anything. Who's living next door, who's a teacher, who's the conductor, who's the coach. So victims all around the country are hurt over and over again, and predators are allowed to do the same thing over and over again. It makes me to wonder if their right Chuck name would show up on that list. if made public. I'm the Justice Minister, people. I want you guys to listen what I'm about to play right now. I don't want you guys to know why I said this brother is a sympathizer of predators. Ladies who now have nothing coming in. At 12 months, the man want to give you no. 12 months. It takes years for some people to come out. Some people are adults and I know them not come out and not get the strength yet. But Delroy Chuck want to cut off the time when you can come out. At 6 years when you get now, I want you guys to understand it now. I want you guys to understand it now. Because this is the mindset of a justice minister. You don't want a Me Too movement and later when I come talk about the molested in an elevator, right?
We don't want the situation that now happens in the Me Too movement in the US. Where 30 years later, you talk about I was arrested in the elevator. No, if you don't complain within 12 months, please, cut it off.
Wonder why we have so much predator in Jamaica? Why we have so much predator in Jamaica? Come here, let me show you something else. Let me show you how them deal with victims' record. This is a police station where left big books with victims and predator, date, time, case, and everything behind. Look at this. This is how them did it. May I show you, there's nothing coming for victims in Jamaica under their right fuck. Sorry, their right chuck.
Station there is of Sisuka, detailing cases from as far back as 2013, the 16th of the 7th, 2013 to the 6th of the 10th, 2014, and we see where you turn the pages of this book. You see the name of the accused, you see the offenses, you see the court where these matters, I suppose, are tried. So the last court date, the next court date, the division, and obviously the remarks that are made. For example, in one instance, it says preliminary mention for counseling report from SUB, so what is the initial of someone. In one case, it said 18 months imprisonment and probation for a particular person who committed a particular offense. Right here. Was all this information. Cases involving children.
That's why I go on. No respect for victim record, predator record, and not left behind. Just leave behind. They are not serious about sexual crime in Jamaica. I know more someone to call him. More fear from the woman them. Because we have a predator-friendly justice minister. I want you guys to hear this.
If a person having been convicted of a sexual offense and has been given a 6 terms and has served it and is now back in the community, would it not be a second sentence in the public at large when they say that's a sex offender?
The man say it will be a second sentencing if you put predator name public. People are the justice minister this one I hear from him. Him say it will be a second sentencing. He's not busy about the victim, will be sentenced for the rest of their lives, We have to live with that memory for the rest of your life, The justice minister is a predator sympathizer. That man in a business in the office. Beg me for wonder, if the list is made public, we're going to find their right chuck name on it. He's a justice minister,
Having been convicted of a sexual offense and has been given a 6 terms and has served it and is now back in the community, would it not be a second sentence
So myself, the man get a fixed term, his sentence and get a fixed term, and is back in the community. Would it be a second sentence to put his name on the sexual predator list? This is our justice minister, victims. Ladies, this is our justice minister. I mean, I like to hear from someone who want to feel about the justice minister. I know that. I need to hear more. Listen to this.
In other words, what would be wrong in allowing only prescribed persons such as the police, probation officers, and others to know that this person has served a sentence for a sex offense? Now, it may well be that if in a democracy, people feel that if you have committed a particular offense, you should suffer the scrutiny for the rest of your life.
Will you hear that? If no one sexual predator suffer the scrutiny for the rest of their life. This is a justice minister. So you see why the sexual predator list is private. Beg me to wonder if the right chuck name going to pop up on it. But don't hear what the man say, people. Are they just this serious, you know? Them man have to step down a long time, you know? You think I just know this, I'm going to do them thing, yeah? No, man. Listen to the man again, carefully.
In other words, what would be wrong in allowing only prescribed persons?
What would be wrong with allowing only prescribed persons to see the sexual predator list, which is police and correctional officers, and, you know, say him no want sexual predator suffer for the rest of their life. Him no care about the victims, you know. There's not a word about the victims. Fame business in the office is just to cover for sexual predator. You know, you the man argument.
In other words, what would be wrong in allowing only prescribed persons such as the police, probation officers, and others to know that this person has served a sentence for a sex offense? Now, it may well be that if in a democracy, people feel that if you have committed a particular offense, you should suffer the scrutiny for the rest of your life.
Why sexual predator must love him? Predators must love him. Because him not believe them to suffer the scrutiny for the rest of their lives. Only hear what the man say? So you think I know this I'm gonna chat them way? No, he might encourage politicians to break the law. So do we have a criminal justice minister? Is our justice minister a criminal? There's nothing coming for the females. The man believe him in a parliament. There was a committee meeting about sexual abuse, assault, and them thing there. And the man not believe, say, after 12 months, he'll come up and attack. Him a justice minister. He don't believe, say, sexual predator must suffer for the rest of their life. What is this man problem with female? What is this man problem with females?
We don't want the situation that now happens in the Me Too movement in the US. Where 30 years later, you talk about I was arrested in the elevator. No, if you don't complain within 12 months, please, cut it off.
So me I wonder, Mr. Chucky, the panelists, your colleagues, them, something wrong, man. People, something dangerously wrong, man. Something dangerously wrong, man. Him not believe, say. When you should be tagged for the rest of your life, sexual predator. We saw the must love that man here. This man a sympathizer for sexual predator. Tell me, say I lie, me I tell. Tell me, say me I lie, me I tell. And they have so much female in a parliament. Every day they get about there. Like a damn wheelbarrow get pushed out. I try to defend nasty man. Don't me tell about the woman in Jamaica collect say them are battered women, the women in the parliament. How many times I tell you say them act like they are battered? So they don't see no need to fix anything. Miss Mala who 14, they're busy. I try to cover up Andrew Owen's corruption. Not one of them try to make the sexual predator list public. Think about that. Miss Malawu Fort, busy. I tried to come up for Andrew Onis. Not one of them would have said, boy, I make way fight to make the sexual predator list public. This brother have no respect for female. None. No respect for female whatsoever.
We don't want the situation that now happens in the Me Too movement in the US, where 30 years later, you talk about I was arrested in the elevator. No, if you don't complain within 12 months, please, cut it off.
Do you hear that? What do you hear the man take these things? This man cannot be in a freaking justice minister, man. You hear the man take this thing? Someone harassing at the elevator and 12 months, please cut it out. Like it's nothing. So many victims don't even come out yet. Can't ever come out. They don't get the strength to come out. Some will never come out. Some will die with a secret inside of them. Here is our justice minister encouraging every in our country. Then they come out, come apologize.
We don't want the situation that now happens in the Me Too movement in the US, where 30 years later, you talk about I was arrested in the elevator. No, if you don't complain within 12 months, please, cut it off.
Now, in a statement issued today, Mr. Chuck said he deeply regrets what, upon reflection, was insensitive behavior on his part and unreservedly and sincerely apologizes. He says he acknowledges and sympathizes with the hurt and the trauma experienced by persons who are victims of harassment or any...
We don't want...
How this man sympathize with victim? Listen.
In other words, what would be wrong in allowing only prescribed persons such as the police, probation officers, and others to know that this person has served a sentence for a sex offense? Now, it may well be that if in a democracy, people feel that if you have committed a particular offense, you should suffer the scrutiny for the rest of your life.
We do believe that they're right, Chuck, that we believe. I believe when you go on between a woman's leg and take where you must take, the woman now walk out with that pum on her shoulder, on her forehead. You're gone between her leg, between the two strongest pillow on a woman's body, and gonna take what was not given to you, the right folks, the right Chuck. You should be punished for the rest of your life, the right Chuck. We don't think like you, corrupt, sexual predator sympathizer, the right Chuck.
In other words, what would be wrong in allowing only prescribed persons such as the police, probation officers, and others to know that this person has served a sentence for a sex offense? Now, it may well be that if in a democracy, people feel that if you have committed a particular offense, you should suffer the scrutiny for the rest of your life.
No, him don't want to suffer the scrutiny for the rest of your life. But guess who will be suffering it? Guess who are suffering for the rest of their life now? The victim. Him no want the predator them suffer the scrutiny for the rest of their life. Him rather the victim suffer. Listen again.
If a person having been convicted of a sexual offense and has been given a term and has served it and is now back in the community, would it not be a second sentence in the public at large when they say that's a sex offender?
He said it would be a second sentence to that sexual predator. The public at large will say, yes, that's a sexual predator, sex offender. He don't want the public to know who a sex offender because he believe it a second sentence. This is one a predator sympathizer, with Justice Minister. Beg me for wonder if his name is on the list. What is this? Jamaica. What? Did you guys know all this? I first when I hear this. You guys ever heard this before?
Having been convicted of a sexual offense and has been given a term and has served it and is now back in the community, would it not be a second sentence in the public at large when they say that's a sex offender?
So if the man get him jail time and come out back into the community, it will be a second sentence if the public can say that's a sex offender. So we must not know them. We will never know the man that is a man. You see mindset? This a man who say respect female and him sorry.
We don't want the situation that now happens in the Me Too movement in the US, where 30 years later, you talk about I was arrested in the elevator. No, if you don't complain within 12 months, please, cut it off.
Now, in a statement issued today, Mr. Chuck said he deeply regrets what, upon reflection, was insensitive behavior on his part and unreservedly and sincerely apologizes. He says he acknowledges and sympathizes with the hurt and the trauma experienced by persons who are victims of harassment or any form of sexual abuse for which there is no statute of limitation.
I commit and assure everyone who has been concerned by my utterance that my conduct in committee meetings and otherwise will reflect the fact that I do not seek to diminish the importance of this issue. I always advocate for women to be treated with dignity and respect, and I believe in a society where women are never objectified or exploited. I ask for the public's forgiveness and commit to championing the cause and concerns of our women, and to be an ally and an advocate representing fully and fairly the women of Jamaica.
Females, let me ask you a question. What do you think about that man here? And the man them too. The man over there, real men. We know say this is a friend brother to come out of office. We have sister, we have mother, we have picnic. We have grand picnic. What do you believe about that brother here? Come here, show him up, you know. What do you believe about this brother? Him don't have no respect for Uno. That's why he could have gone to parliament and say, shut up after 12 months, you know, come, shut up. Then he come out and apologize. That's for sure how he feel about females. Then he come back and say if a man gets sentenced, I come back into the community and everybody can say a sexual predator that. Isn't it sentencing the predator all over again? Tell me say predator not like this justice minister. Tell me say predator not like him. Tell me say that a sex predator friendly justice minister we have here. I stand to be corrected if I am wrong. Tell me if it's not a sexual predator justice minister we have here, bro. Look on the good no man. And I come out to come go like him. I'm sorry because he get blasted in the media. Because Chang they pan him too. Because he look bad upon all of them. But there was nothing in him. The apology no mean nothing. Because he advised note. He wanted to shut up after 12 months. As a matter of fact, when the predator come out of jail, nobody must know him. Just back in a society. It's all good, man.
Having been convicted of a sexual offense and has been given a 6 term and has served it and is now back in the community, would it not be a second sentence in the public at large could they say that's a sex offender?
So the public at large can say yes, that's a sex offender. Can you imagine if they were thinking like that in the United States? In Jamaica, sexual predator have a friendly justice minister. Thanks to one of predator sympathizer, justice minister, Delroy Chuck.
In other words, what would be wrong in allowing only prescribed persons such as the...
What would be wrong would be allowing only prescribed persons like the police and correction officers to see the information. They don't want everybody to see that the man already spent his sentence, man. Why make the man sentence, make the man get a sentence all over again? What is this? And them I think Andrew Ones prescribed to you know. I want to know that. The fish right from the head. This is the normal people, and the normal time we live in.
In other words, what would be wrong in allowing only prescribed persons such as the police, probation officers, and others to know that this person has served a sentence for a sex offense? Now, it may well be that in a democracy, people feel that if you have committed a particular offense, you should suffer the scrutiny for the rest of your life.
That's the part that pissed me off. Predator must not suffer the scrutiny for the rest of their life. Get a slap on the wrist and go on and do it again and again and again. Name never show up nowhere. And after 10 years, you can have a name removed. But the victim must suffer for the rest of their life. Justice Minister of Jamaica, you can't make this up. The same man who tell politicians say they must not cooperate with the Integrity Commission and give over them spouse salary. The same man who tell politicians to block the law. This man should have come out long time. This man is like a criminal justice minister. Me and a law maker, me and a lawyer. The man is supposed to be some lawyer. Him and the justice minister. Me ask a question. What happened to the general legal counsel? Over and over the man said he's fat and get away with it. But we still no go off for ISAT. I want broke him neck. Over one song when court. I never done the criminal him say. But to be the same rude and must be put in his place, don't it? What happened to the general legal counsel in Jamaica? What's going on in Jamaica? Females, tell me how you feel about this man. I saw what I'm saying. Tell me now in your own words. How do you think this man should remain as a justice minister? So somebody says sex offender is paying Chuck's salary. They don't see anything wrong with it. Knock on their family door. Then they change the rules. Him a one of them. He's nothing but a bag of garbage. I never heard anything like this. It will never happen in the US. R. Kelly would be a free man. Justice minister, believe. So when you go to jail and come back out, you must not be bothered. The community must not sentence him all over again. No. Let the young man live. I wonder if Mr. Chuck here name that show up on the list. Which politician name that show up on the list, Mr. Chuck?
If a person having been convicted of a sexual offense and has been given a fixed term and has served it and is now back in the community, would it not be a second sentence in the public at large when they say that's a sex offender?
Think about that. Good God. Good God. Ladies, want to tell me clear what you think, you know? Come in a competent land. Can be kind of late. When I come giving you this anyway from man, I don't want to come burn the fire upon a brother. I'm going to know who is the right Chuck. Do you guys know this man? Do you guys really know the justice minister? Who is the right Chuck?
General Secretary of the Jamaica Labour Party, Dr. Horace Chang, and the Jamaica Labour Party Women's Parliamentary Caucus have added their voices to the matter concerning comments made by Justice Minister Delroy Chuck last week during a joint select committee meeting on the sexual harassment bill. During the discussion on an appropriate time period for the reporting of sexual harassment, Mr. Chuck said he did not want to see persons making sexual harassment complaints years after the incident, as has been happening in the Me Too movement. The statement has drawn strong condemnation from members of the public. In the joint statement from the JLP today, Dr. Chang said the groups strongly condemn any statement which diminishes the importance of the issue of sexual harassment or the broader issue of sexual violence. He said Mr. Chuck's apology is welcomed. The JLP General Secretary added that going forward, he expects Mr. Chuck's conduct in the committee will reflect the seriousness with which such matters should be addressed. Meanwhile, the Justice Minister has issued another apology. In his statement on the weekend, Mr. Chuck apologized to anyone who found this remark he made at the Parliamentary Committee inappropriate.
We don't want the situation that now happens in the Me Too movement in the US, where 30 years later, you talk about I was arrested in the elevator. No, if you don't complain within 12 months, please, cut it off.
Now, in a statement issued today, Mr. Chuck said he deeply regrets what, upon reflection, was insensitive behavior on his part and unreservedly and sincerely apologizes. He says he acknowledges and sympathizes with the hurt and the trauma experienced by persons who are victims of harassment or any form of sexual abuse for which there is no statute of limitation.
Commit and assure everyone who has been concerned by my utterance that my conduct in committee meetings and otherwise will reflect the fact that I do not seek to diminish the importance of this issue. I always advocate for women to be treated with dignity and respect, and I believe in a society where women are never objectified or exploited. I ask for the public's forgiveness and commit to championing the cause and concerns of our women, and to be an ally and an advocate representing fully and fairly the women of Jamaica.
A lie you tell, man. A lie you tell. No, come tell no lie. You don't care about no woman. Because you wouldn't be making them utterance if they care not about woman.
If a person having been convicted of a sexual offense.
You don't care not about no woman. You see me I say? You don't care not about no woman, boy, people. You think the man care about no woman?
We don't want the situation that now happens in the Me Too movement in the US. Where 30 years later, you talk about I was arrested in the elevator.
Yes.
No. If you don't complain within 12 months, please, cut it off.
Wagwan, sister, talk to me. Tell me Wagwan.
Yeah, man. Good afternoon to the listeners also and people in the chat. Not Mullins here. Listen, you know what hurt the crap out of me about this whole thing? The man was actually laughing. Like it's a joke matter.
Yes.
Did you see it? Listen, freaking laughing?
Yes.
Yeah, come on. Let me tell you something. I was a victim of sexual molestation. So I could tell you the stain that it leaves on you in your brain. So believe it or not, I was molested by my uncle. And up till now, I still dislike the man. So for him to be saying that, I'm wondering if he has any daughters, any niece, any sisters, and any woman in his life. Actually, he have a wife to don't.
I would assume.
Yes, I wouldn't like somebody do that to his wife.
No.
I was that these people, let me tell you something, Carlos. It's just too sad.
Oh, cool.
I think he's protecting himself and his bodies in a parliament because that's the only reason why in God's name that man could come up with something like this.
Think about that.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah. Exactly. I think that's exactly, he's shielding somebody. He's shielding his friends. Yeah. And with the Prime Minister saying nothing about it too, that alone tell you. Yeah.
I never a bunch of female up in there too, sister. A bunch of female, then I fight for no female cars, boy.
Those people in Parliament, especially Babs Grange, because she always come out and look out for everything else, right?
Yes.
How come she's so darn silent? She and the one Cuthbert, right?
They don't care.
Yeah, but she's so disrespectful to everybody else, right? Why can't they come out and say something about the man?
This man, yeah.
None of them. That alone tell you what type of people you're actually dealing with.
Yes.
Yeah.
Victims. They're supposed to piss off every victim. Because this man and believe say the sexual predator must live with this and sitting there all in life. But the victim.
Yeah. You know how many people commit suicide because they couldn't live with the stain?
Jesus. God.
Because no amount of water, no amount of shower can wash off those stains. No amount. A soap and water can wash it up. It's mentally. It's a mental hurdle that you can't see, but it's there. It's worse than physical. Trust me, it is.
Oh my God.
So no empathy, no sympathy, and it's actually freaking laughing.
Of course him laughing. Of course him laughing. Him not have no love for no woman, no respect. He's a sympathizer for the predator. Can't believe that the predator they must serve the sentence again if them name is on the list public.
So what about the freaking victim? What about the victim?
That's my problem.
What about the victims? Oh, that man, I say that man, I think these people are past redemption. Not even God want nothing to do with these people. They are, but let me tell you something. They're gonna get theirs one of these days.
Of course.
They can't escape, but you cannot escape your judgment. You cannot run away from your past. You can't do it.
It's sad, man. It's sad, man.
Oh God. Another thing. Why did they not just resign and go home?
I don't know.
And that's a spring chicken, and that man has been there from my eyes at my knee. They would say for a salvation glow stop. Go the hell home. In my old Babsy, go home. Go home and make some fresh blood and some younger blood take over. They rob up enough money. They steal enough. But I know what they do. Go the freak home. Instead of being a menace and talking shit.
Yeah, the man said him now want to hurt the predator them. Because they're not supposed to suffer again.
But you must hurt the victim. You must hurt the victims.
At 12 months you get them to shut up or please. Think about what come for the victim them. 12 months or shut up.
It took me over 20 years to remember my goddamn uncle. It took me over 20 years.
Jesus.
And you know what triggered it up? Like him living in St. Elizabeth, for some reason he came to Spanish Town. And he went toward my son, my last son. And that's what triggered it up again. So it was there lying dormant. And that's all it took. That's all it took.
Jesus.
I was so angry. So then you never know. And the thing about it, people don't realize suppressed anger is dangerous because it has to come out somewhere. It has to come out.
Yes.
Right? It has to come out. And sometimes you don't like the way it's going to come out.
Jesus God.
It has to come out. Too bad it's misdirected at the wrong person or directed at the wrong person, but it's going to have to come out someday. Right? Because of that, I have been through bad relationship with men. And I know much of it is my fault. But it's that anger that I can't live down. That anger that's there. That's there. That one time, one strike and you're gone. I don't play around anymore. That's it. And I was so overprotective of my kids because of that, even though they were boys. Right? Because of that molestation. So this man don't even know what the hell he's throwing up. I am so
yeah, man. They're right, Chuck, man.
Yeah. And then they come up with an half-baked freaking apology. And I do not accept the goddamn apology. Stick it somewhere where some don't freaking
but look here, and still get the statute. There should be no statute of limitation after 6 years. 6 years.
Yeah. Come on. Talk about Me Too movements. I think all of those men that were blamed for Me Too, they're all innocent.
You know, like that, man. You know, like that. He's not with that.
It's the same thing.
You know what? That's Jamaica.
Thing. Yeah. It's the same thing. Because we know a lot of those politicians, things that came out, and some of them, especially the one that sent Mary with the little girl and stuff like that. We know who they are. I've heard people calling and talk about even the security minister. I've heard things about them too. Yeah, what they do to young ladies, and they don't even realize fear is the next thing. Fear too, because even in the community where you have these dons and so, and they send for the little girls and something for you. Do you think their parents can come out and say anything, or they can come out and say anything? That's certain death. That's certain death. Yeah. So fear cripple people too. Fear. You must remember that.
Jesus.
Especially in Jamaica, fear will cripple people. You want that, but you can't talk. So you just try and suppress it for how long until you can't take it no more. Or you get a chance to move away from that situation.
Yeah, man. The man no respect for the man, no respect for victim sister. None
whatsoever. None.
You can't hear say no help now come victim though. You know say this crime now go down anytime sooner than him though. You know it will never change.
Will it? And they are criminal themselves. They're criminal themselves.
This is serious, man.
So they are the enablers. Yeah, they're trafficking criminals. There's a thief, don't like with the thief, carry long back. Yeah, they're criminal themselves.
We want to know why Mr. Justice Minister is protecting predators. We want to know why. We want to know why, because it's not done now, you know. This not done now. This is not one video. We have to step on him neck.
No, man. There should be no place for these people to hide. They need to be outed. I'm so glad because just this is the first time I'm hearing this.
First time I hear it.
First time I'm hearing it.
All right, me there feet, man. Me pull up in file, man. Me pull up in file, them, man. No worry.
Respect, sir. I really respect you, man.
Yeah, man. Me pull up in file, them, man. No worry, man. Come here, show you who this man is.
I prefer you do the other bloggers, them who like-minded bloggers who not afraid, who not scared to out them out and put them on blast.
Respect the sister.
People need that.
Yes, man. Think about the victim. The sister, I'm sorry for what you got through. And I'm also glad that you get the courage to come on this platform and highlight your tribulation and trial, you know? And no, you tell me say you're a big woman, no, you're no spring chicken. And you tell me say it's still in your head, you can't wash it off. All the baby are being that.
It's an indelible stain. It's an indelible stain. It can be washed away. Even though the man that I'm gone, I still find myself saying, oh, I hate this, I hate that goddamn man.
Jesus God.
Come on now. So, let me tell you something. I have a good day and keep on doing what you're doing.
Respect, sister. Thank you for coming on, okay? Manners and respect every time. Bye-bye. Good God, people.
And has been given a 6 term and has served it. And if a person having been convicted of a sexual offense and has been given a 6.
This man, listen man again.
If a person having been convicted of a sexual offense and has been given a 6 term and has served it and is now back in the community, would it not be a second sentence in the public at large? Could you say that's a sex offender?
A second sentence when the public can say that's a sex offender. So once you go to prison and come back, you must be clean, you're good, you're not sick no more. Once you go to jail and come back, go spend a few months when they give you, because they not give you no time at Jamaica. You must come back out. Lady, who else they want to call and tell me what I go on, ladies? How do you feel about it? Call in and tell me how you feel, yeah, man. Somebody tell me how you feel about this. More of hear from the woman them. And man too.
What would be wrong?
Or the man them too. More of hear from the man, because me love to hear from the man them in a situation like this, because not more powerful than to hear the man them and stand up for the woman them, you know. There's not more as powerful than to hear men standing up for women and being the column. You see what I say?
In other words, what would be wrong in allowing only prescribed persons such as the police, probation officers, and others to know that this person has served a sentence for a sex offense? Now, it may well be that if in a democracy, people feel that if you have committed a particular offense, you should suffer the scrutiny for the rest of your life.
You hear the woman just tell me? Say, she had no spring chicken, but she can't wash off of the stain. What had happened to her? In believes a sexual predator must not suffer for the rest of their lives.
We don't want the situation that now happens in the Me Too movement in the US, where 30 years later, you talk about I was harassed in the elevator. No, if you don't complain within 12 months, please, cut it off.
I know you are one people. The man a good man. If you go a man, the man have to step out of office long time and now he might encourage politicians to break the law.
General Secretary of the Jamaica Labour Party, Dr. Horace Chang, and the Jamaica Labour Party Women's Parliamentary Caucus have added their voices to the matter concerning comments made by Justice Minister Delroy Chuck last week during a joint select committee meeting on the sexual harassment bill. During the discussion on an appropriate time period for the reporting of sexual harassment, Mr. Chuck said he did not want to see persons making sexual harassment complaints years after the incident, as has been happening in the Me Too movement. The statement has drawn strong condemnation from members of the public. In the joint statement from the JLP today, Dr. Chang said the groups strongly condemn any statement which diminishes the importance of the issue of sexual harassment or the broader issue of sexual violence. He said Mr. Chuck's apology is welcomed. The JLP General Secretary added that going forward, he expects Mr. Chuck's conduct in the committee will reflect the seriousness with which such matters should be addressed. Meanwhile, the Justice Minister has issued another apology. In his statement on the weekend, Mr. Chuck apologized to anyone who found this remark he made at the Parliamentary Committee inappropriate.
We don't want the situation that now happens in the Me Too movement in the US, where 30 years later, you talk about I was harassed in the elevator. No, if you don't complain within 12 months, please, cut it off.
Now, in a statement issued today, Mr. Chuck said he deeply regrets what, upon reflection, was insensitive behavior on his part and unreservedly and sincerely apologizes. He says he acknowledges and sympathizes with the hurt and the trauma experienced by persons who are victims of harassment or any form of sexual abuse for which there is no statute of limitation.
Commit and assure everyone who has been concerned by my utterance that my conduct in committee meetings and otherwise will reflect the fact that I do not seek to diminish the importance of this issue. I always advocate for women to be treated with dignity and respect, and I believe in a society where women are never objectified or exploited. I ask for the public's forgiveness and commit to championing the cause and concerns of our women, and to be an ally and an advocate representing fully and fairly the women of Jamaica.
A 6-year governor, 6 years. Statute of limitation, 6 years. And to top it off, this is how them treat sexual crime documents, paperwork. We're writing a book. This is how the case end up. Victims, this is how the file end up. Look how them respect. Look how them take sexual crime serious in Jamaica. You want to see how serious them take it? Look at this.
station there is of Sisuka, detailing cases from as far back as 2013, the 16th of December 2013 to the 6th of the 10th, 2014, and we see where you turn the pages of this book. You see the name of the accused, you see the offenses, you see the court where these matters, I suppose, are tried. So the last court date, the next court date, the division, and obviously the remarks that are made. For example, in one instance, it says preliminary mention for counseling report from SUB. So that's the initial of someone. In one case, it said 18 months imprisonment and probation for a particular person who committed a particular offense. Right here.
Look at that. That's your head up. Look at that. Look at that. That's how serious them take sexual crime in Jamaica. Then the book there with all type of things in it, just dash way. With victim name, the predator name, everything, people, just dash way. That's how serious this man take it. For those who just are come, we are talking about who is Delroy Chuck. We also say Delroy Chuck is a predator-friendly justice minister. Delroy Chuck believes females should get 12 months to come out if somebody harasses you sexually. Only 12 months statute of limitation on our get. The public beat him come out and do an apology, and victims end up with 6 years. Statute of limitation, 6 years in Jamaica. It should be no limit on it, you know. We also hear Delroy Chuck talking about if you should put the sexual predator registry list public, it would sentence the predator them all over again. For the ones that doesn't come, I'm going to play it one more time for you guys. Listen.
If a person having been convicted of a sexual offense and has been given a 6 terms and has served it and is now back in the community, would it not be a second sentence in the public at large? Could they say that's a sex offender?
Listen again.
If a person having
Welcome, family. You live with Jamaican Carlos? But there, man, talk to me live.
I tell you what a sad situation, man.
Jaja.
But, you know, one thing I really hurt more time, my brother, and I hear people say, the 2 parties are the same. When I say, politicians are thief, because the whole of them are thief and the whole of them are criminal. But in a real life, the 2 parties not the same thing, bro. My man can show me any evidence as some minister from the People's National Party will say do something towards the citizen of Jamaica. And I like to prove it to me and show me, brother.
Sure.
Like from where I grew up, we hear where most man to Rasta. We hear how much education minister rob from the country, whole lot of them. Not one, not two, not only such man, and not only the greedy man. Many education minister travel in our money. And we hear again say them till then king. We hear Chuck say shoot them and carry them to hospital. And we hear such fans say rather them, brother. Like, come on now, brother, like a time to recall it what it is, bro. As I said, all politicians most politicians are criminal. Bro. But this Jamaica Labour Party, not only this Andrew led administration, brother. These minister from the Jamaica Labour Party, bro, is a demon to a society, brother.
I agree with you. And this is not Jamaica Labour Party, you know. This is Andrew Una's administration, you know. Because you and me, we grew up in Jamaica now, so we never seen a Liberal Party like this, you know, ever, you know.
No, but I tell you, if you check the history, the siege of it, bro.
So we say it does need a we say it does need an Andrew Unas to bring it out.
More, this party does bring out shit more, brother. But if you check the history, with the DNA, brother. First days was a kill Rasta, brother.
Oh yes. The
DNA education minister them from this government-led JLP government, brother, we have robbed the country for many years. From 1963 till now, bro. Is many of them, brother. Man from Ministry of Labour, brother, was a portion of the same one of them go to prison, bro.
True.
So far, basically a one man mistake get another one from the country where we have the bulk man, you know. But I like a man find the next finger for the next man. Show me a next one, bro. Show me one where I said them through just thing to the citizen, brother.
Think about that, my brother. The man they want the predator them walk, brother. So you sentence the predator them again all over to make the predator list public. Can you imagine something like that? Say nobody said that foreign.
This thing is serious, bro. The other day, I talked to one of my friends, a big man. And the man give me a drama, bro. Oh, him father raped him all a sister and stuff where the man said. Him sued him as a little youth and the man a big man now, 50 years old and it still traumatized the man.
Jaja.
The man a big man from the man a little youth and all the man said the way the thing mash up him head. The man bring him sister, brother. So him father, him sister is not him father, you know.
Stepdaughter.
But the man breeding little girl so like him sister bring forth him brother.
And the nephew. Brother and nephew at the same time. That's sick.
Brother. That's sick, bro.
Yeah, man. And them man put the power to clean up Jamaica. Them man not change. No matter what talk.
But it's not a change, bro. It's going around to I said the two parties the same thing and the two parties not the same thing, bro. As we say, we're not like, criminal because the criminal is a politician, brother. So we can't say the two parties not people and daddy, but the two parties not the same thing, bro.
Why, ladies?
That's the call it what it is, bro. We're come with like, what my name know what you said, brother. Trust me, but all I know, bro, it's serious for we as a nation, brother.
It's serious, man.
It's very serious because these are things that make a lot of we have to leave the country. A lot of Jamaican people who could have made Jamaica reach far. Have to leave the country and go elsewhere and look life. Those are the same type of people who make this thing, bro. And if we not hold together as a race, as the black race, bro, we are going to find ourselves through our country because them money, them so bleeding, and I'm not saying as a race of people, we are lose the country, bro.
Yes, we are.
Brother, we're supposed to have about 1 million Chinese that are Jamaican.
Jaja. Yeah, them just let them in. And it's a come in, so me feel say it's a come in illegal. Me feel say we have illegal Chinese down there.
Imagine how much of them down there, how much of them pieces change wholesale. Brother, one wholesale of a weakness all of 50 different Chinese. Every year there's 2, 3 different ones come run that.
And the government know that. The government know the whole trip and the loophole. And the government allow that. The government allow that.
What you mean if them know? When them feel like so them are do we injustice. Your time will come with them same one and them money them are going to become slave in their own country. What I'm saying, own people are going to become slave in that. Means that them want to take it on the Chinese and take it on the Indian. You know, see what sports right now. We will dominate sports for many, many years.
Yeah, man, we last.
We're last in sports right now. That's how much them are weak.
Weak, man. Weak. We weak, man. Lord Jesus.
Weak people, bro. And I'm weak because them because them thief, them thief.
Thank you, man. Real talk.
I'm saying, but brother, one of them is overwhelming, bro.
True, man. True. I don't lie.
That millions of difference, bro.
I don't lie at all. Because, you know, one leader declare asset, the next one declare asset, and the party cool with him. One sign a code of conduct, the next one sign a code of conduct, and the party cool with him. One other investigation, tax fraud and illicit enrichment fraud, the party cool with him. Look at the scandal. Eh? You can see the clear difference, bro. It's a clear difference.
Difference, bro. So when I hear that the more times, like we see it, bro. We live it, bro. We have to what this, bro. We have to beat both of them, you know. I'm here, we can agree with us, and beat both of them, you know, brother. But at the same time, we have to speak the truth, bro. Because we live it, bro. We're big enough. We understand where we are come from in the 70s, oh man. We are 70s, bro. So basically, we have to open the eyes of the youth. They've got enough of the youth that we're down in Jamaica right now. 2,000 people them in a bro.
They don't know nothing.
Well, them know, brother.
They don't know nothing. They born in a scam. Them born in a scamming and gunshot. Them are 2,000 youth never born in a society where they never seen no scamming and hear gunshot yet, you know. No peace and ease for them, you know. Take it easy for them a generation, eh? Oh?
We are the parents, though, brother. We were born in the 70s and 60s, you know. And we are parents and grandparents, though, you know. So imagine when the youth them they were down there. Most of who down there right now. Who were born in the 90s. We never see a Siaka to the country, bro. We never see the fight when this man and the opposition take to a man who is a leader, bro. Better than see a crazy, bro, like. Yo, that's some bro. It's JLP government, I don't know when Jamaica people are done with them.
Well, you know, we go one box lunch and $5,000 card to JC.
Bro. Remember when British come lock up Bustamante, brother. When the British government come arrest Bustamante used to fight the people, you know. When him and his cousin, Norman Washington Manley, that's the Michael Manley father. They used to fight for the nation, bro.
Yeah, man.
When the British government come arrest him, they give them an ultimatum where oppose against everything, like everything we want to fight for. So this man come back as a promote, you know, this man come back, come start fight against the same thing that we him and his cousin try to implement. Start fight against National Stadium. Start fight against everything. All the things that we him and his cousin used to fight for the nation for. is how the Jamaica Labour Party farm, bro. And from that day till now, them still use the same playbook. That's why they deal with Jamaica people, so bro.
Bad man.
Of course, them do good.
I hope the people.
People say them do good. But the amount of bad them do outweigh the good, bro.
I agree with you. I agree with you, my brother.
That's why the man killed GIS, you know. You think Andrew killed GIS for no reason, bro. Them know that GIS is the whole of the truth for the country, bro. That's why I'm a kill GIS and I push up this nationwide. I said, I want to destroy GIS out. Because from this, we can't find it no more. That is why we can't find no history of Marcus Garvey. We can't find nothing with a nation where because the man them serious everything, bro.
And I pick up a European lifestyle. And that's how we're going. Are we talking about?
Bro. I oppose, and I demoralize the own people for the colonizer, bro. And the man still use the same playbook. The Jamaican Labour Party still use the same playbook, brother.
Jaja.
Time for Jamaica people, wise up, bro. Don't make this money put the man on the door. You make this money try to change the constitution, you know, bro. That we as black people, you know, we is the only set of black people have the best constitution in the world. Jamaica people, if you know that, you know, brother, because the constitution we get, we never get it because we get it because we only for English and only for Spanish and only for all other race. Irish, only for white people that live in Jamaica.
Jamaica was a Tapanari's place, you know. You talk about Tapanar. Remember, say we have electricity before half of America, you know.
Of course, that's why a lot of people from Europe, German, Russia, all over the world. That's why remember the Russia community down at St. Elizabeth, you know. Remember you have German community down there, you know. Remember you have community of St. Thomas, you know, bro.
Could they?
You have the English community. You have the people from Spain. That's why we have Spanish town, remember that them was the first colonizer. We have people from all over.
De La Vega City.
Oh, no, man, just check the name of the place, them, no, bro, man. Check the name of the place, them, no, man. Check the infrastructure, them, dead, all the things, them, the history, dead, but face, no, bro. But because them take out civics out of school and them not teach the youth, them, enough things last.
Talk truth. But I want to add to that civics, because every time I hear somebody talk about civics, I've had this. Because when I hear Ibrahim Traore from Burkina Faso, him say him reintroduce civics because the old politician already did him kick out. Remove civics from the school too, you know. So Ibrahim said him gonna put back civics in the school up to university level. So when I hear the man say that, I say me rotted. So hold on, them a work per way. How them boy work? Them a work per way. When we hear that, and them boy are go with it. Them boy are go along with it. Yes, them boy are go with it.
And I realize, bro, and when we have to change this thing, bro, and when we have to go back where we better. At one point, Jamaica a strong country in a defense round that in a one on Jamaica, man.
We say we are going all about to defend the island, and I lie. Start the thing now, man. Jaja. But brother, when we born and grow in the 70s, we see phone box everywhere. We see real, me drive on train, right? We have an air, we own a port, we airport, we seaport, we have Air Jamaica, we got factories everywhere. Everything up. Everything up. We have a bus. We have a bus. I think I know we have a bus. We have a JOS bus, a nice bus, automatic bus. I first remember your automatic bus. A JOS bus, them automatic. Remember? Eh?
Yes, man.
We get free food in a school. Them Jamaica so nice and mostly tell them I give you all school material and food to go your yard with. All the school around Jamaica was a food bank. Food bank. Eh?
Nice.
Eh? Cornmeal and milk powder, bulgur and cornmeal. How are them? Flour. Eh? The country was bossy, you know.
The man them stop it, bro. No, the man them time here. The white slave master better than the man.
Yeah.
The white slave master better than the black man.
Yes. Yes. May I always ask, who is worse? The master or the slave who turned master? The slave who turned master? Yeah, man. The strong boy, I never look at that, man. They look at that. Look at the why so much away from black run country. I run come our slave master, great grandparents them place because they treat you better over here. They treat you better. They treat you better.
When you go to prison.
Prison if you come on.
Look how much NSC money you owe. Look how much health money you owe. Eh? And you still let them chat, bro. You man a criminal, bro.
Hey, the people.
You know what thief, brother, you know what thief could have get the house, brother. And it's him. It's him. Can't do that. How much other one of them are do the same thing?
Jaja. Look where I come from. Just you see the 20s babies, they would have never know this. They would have never known Jamaica was a nice place.
No, bro.
And we have to tell them. When they come to see Jamaica, all the road they mash up. When me go to school, no road no mash up, so. No rural road no mash up, so. Me I tell you when me go to school. No for we ride bicycle when we are youth and grow some corner. We can remember the corner they in our head today.
Country place there. Them the road that built before me and your father. Almost 100-year-old road, some of them the road.
I know.
And still stand up, some of them barely are coming now.
You see it? We grew up on the road there. We got school.
The foundation didn't like a monster.
But I never seen a patrol academy go when I grow. No. They never make the road deteriorate. So no, so PWD come. PWD come. And I saw them run road when I grow at Jamaica. Brother, I used to have...
PWD, you know. Remember, right now we have some old PWD property was still down there, brother. If you go back in the property, you see the big old equipment them where the man them have the real road equipment them in the brother.
Abandon them, man.
Wrapping down all up, you know. So if we did have them kind of thing, bro, in a them the time there, in the 70s and 80s, you know, 60s, we have them.
Think about that. And at 2025, like we don't have no money. And we don't know what to do.
I will go to you that will drive all tractor with can't move. I will drive and run there and use more than a record.
Yes. No lie, and I lie. Nowadays, we see the man fix road now and they'll call handheld roller them I use. One look handheld. Where do I used to see that? Jaja.
I want to you see them thing that climb up and we are free for a whole chapter from people, farmland people, all that. And when they have a chapter now, we have a flow piece of land.
Make it like a papa. Farmers used to send somebody sitting overseas. Farmers used to ship stuff overseas. Talk about with coffee, with banana, coconut industry. I know we are buy ice from foreign. Man, we want this, we want this man. Ice factory everywhere, in every town. Remember ice factory in every town at Jamaica. Ice factory. Ice truck eh? People are buying 25. We could talk about the water truck them. Government a water truck used to deliver water, come give for free. All when they go to school and come full up on the tank. Now, a shit truck them I used to come deliver water. Eh? We never yet wake up in my community and see water in my pipe. That's what we can tell them. Acho. We never wake up. We pass to a and we never yet wake up and witness. Not even we got through Gilbert, we got through Hyphen. Where else we got through? I think we got through not one of them man in there. We got to turn on when we not light if I even where you call that? You call it gravity feed. Gravity feed. Water come through pipe. Water come through pipe, bro. Now we want this now, brother. Come through pipe. We want this now. We used to have dairy farmers in Jamaica. All about to go pick up churn and milk bag walk. We run this now, people. What this? The man run on the country. Country run down, grind down. And it's still going down, you know. And the man them say that go down and then take 300% raise and see that thief. No mercy. But the people are still weird and so the people rise up, bro. Nothing now but change. We have to rise up. We have to get up. And I tell nobody to go fight. If you go fight, them I go shoot you down. Them tell you already. So I never tell nobody to go fight. That thing want to, such man want that right now. Yeah, man, you want right. You see, we get up and fight. We such man can steal the Constitution. All the them are going and can steal the Constitution. So that's why I say them are pressure we and them are pressure we. Yeah. All the people have been listening here. The only way we can steal the Constitution. Riot, public disorder, and all that thing. That's the way without and that's science and all the science still have to send it over to the king. I mean, know the king now do it to me so easy. That's how I'm sure I say, let my go on, let my down. Them have something else coming. And we don't have no defense system down there to defend it. So I don't know where my plan. And just the people them are trick. It's just a trick. They trick the people at Jamaica. They believe that them mean with a good. Them mean with a good. They could keep the one we have. Because we see them lock up man for 13 years. For some weak evidence. And we see the man free. Leave it alone. And it's not only that man alone. Many other people. We don't have a constitutional change when politicians got prison held accountable for crime, boy, man. Exactly. No, sir. Can you imagine we have a Republican of this man? A madness that, man. A madness that, man. Come on, man. Jaja. Who there? I don't lie. I that me want come see too. Show some respect, boy. Show some respect. But you can't build the nation a hospital. You know what hospital I see build in America since become America. I mean, but look here, you know what politician apartment complex built and done. And look how long them try to fix a Cornwall Regional Hospital, $21 billion and they can't done it. How much of them apartment done? Long time and how much apartment them build? You know what we need to investigate to find out how much apartment complex them boy have built in the last 9 years. And now we can't get a hospital. But they can build how much apartment complex for themselves. We are going to get deep into them skin, you know. We're going to try to find that out.
Wally, man. I have to have a little bit of them. A little bit. What are them at the meeting, bro? What are them at the meeting now? And them have a little money. And them have a little money, so the whole of them are doing it.
Can you imagine? Them finish apartment complex and build a next one, finish it, build a next one, finish in the 9 year. And I'll know hospital not done it. And almost $21 billion. Come on, man. Them boy rob from too much, yeah, man. Them boy rob from too much, yeah, man. I'm tired of them, man. Corruption have a fix before anything fixed, you know. Not where you hear them at now go work in Jamaica. Not where you hear them at implement. If it's not have to deal with corruption from top, it's not gonna work. It's gonna be the same thing from your boy till now. Corruption must be fixed from top so our country can breathe.
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
Exactly. Without a doubt.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
If it not fixed, brother.
The youth them a bust gun in the ghetto. What them believe? That is just a symptom. The problem I come from top. I remember when I read about Singapore and when Singapore changed, them say when them start clip up them politicians up at top there, them say the citizens them change. Remember, so them had crime in Singapore and them have corruption up at top and them have crime among the citizens. Them say when them start discipline politicians, them say the citizens in Singapore changed. Yeah, you may say? All right. Can't somebody tell you? They change up at top first. Okay.
Even when we are youth, bro, the country not stay so, brother.
No.
Country not stay so, you know.
No, man. No, man.
Because youth people in that opportunity. We're not wasting this glass.
My father worked there, so, you know. My father worked there, so, you know. West Indies glass company in Bolo.
When the whole gate, the toothpaste used to make dog and Marcus garbage.
Yep.
We not serve well. When we used to build, we own little fridge and we own little stove and all them things there. All them stuff that gone, you know, bro. And many more things, you know, brother. Many more things with it, bro. All of them that gone.
Think about it. Now we are bigger. And I'm bringing out of cheap stuff from China.
When you tell them about the sugar. Estate them were there in Florida and them want 60 sugar estate of all train around through that I can sugar cane.
Thank you.
Miles from man, make lose with sugar, bro. The man make lose with banana, bro.
Yeah, man. Say sugar no good no more. I'm come to Florida. I want place me a drive to Florida. I'm see this before I say if I want sugar field. Right beside both sides. I'm look way over there. I see one city. In the middle of the field, I know it's a sugar factory now.
A sugar factory, of course, a sugar factory. Miles and miles. Remember we used to have one orange plant down there, the orange juice, you know, we used to have with that even them something the man, I don't know, brother. I don't know.
So Belgrade, Anthony R say a Belgrade sugar.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Belgrade, the whole of them part. All them places like me, man. Yeah, man. Miles and acres I can't see, man. Train. The man chops like crazy.
Me never seen the train, but you have to say train. A train they have cane pan. So that. Yeah, man. That's the normal. Train. I don't never shot the pan Jamaica. I don't never. No, the man take the cane land of Jamaica. I build house. Sell out, give them big friend. Eh? No, sir. What do you mean, no good?
No good at all, brother. No good. I just sat there somewhere. I know. I know what to say. I know what to do. You know? Sometimes we know so we have to go do like what Paul Bogle and none of them do. But we can't even tell what people them go do that kind of them time there. A stone and bone and a rock. A different thing the man them are use now. So we can't send out the youth them to go dead.
No,
you know?
no. That's why you know
we can't send out the youth them to go dead.
And a lie.
Kill the youth them in a bro. We since them are going to mash up the youth, them in a brother. Them are going to mash up the youth, them, you know.
At 12,
want that too, you know.
At 12 line enforcement dropped from me yesterday. 12 already since the start of the year. They might drop them hard, you know. Yeah, man, they might take out the youth. Sometimes in the come tell us that sometimes the youth them do have a piece of sticker or rock stone. Police are going to murder the youth them. Police are murder the youth them, man. Police are murder the youth them. Some people are say, yeah, man, yeah, when I work good, man, kill them. Because I know them family member.
Yeah. Yeah. But me know me can't tell the youth them say to go make them kill them. I know what them want to do. And them tell you say that them are going to do. Man, tell us every kid, every thing them till them teeth kill. Man, tell us if you shoot them and make sure that man, tell us you're rather. We don't want no more, bro.
Jaja.
Yeah. We just a rip people, bro.
Police get license to kill. Them man they give police license to kill, bro. Shoot to kill, the ambulance now come when I cost the system too much money. Prime Minister said, is either the judge or the maker. So is either the judge or under the clear. There's no way out, there's no half ramp, there's no nothing. No other middle ground for the youth them. Just Radam, 15 years, rough talk. You know?
12-year-old. 12-year-old, you know. Remember some place. We go to Jamaica, remember this big ball field. You name not call the name because the king hurt me so much. My name not call the name big football field we used to watch. Team I try to play upon it to go to Premier League. Them time we have a league name, a Craven here.
Yeah.
Craven here used to sponsor the league them time there. And we see the ball field done. We see the ball field done. All the scheme in the road. Jesus Christ, it's real.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Them man develop yeah, man, they don't care about nothing, boy, yeah, man. They don't hold on there. They never say such man wife go up to one place so the woman have a farm. And the woman do a video. Very active farmer feed the community and the world. And the whole country.
That's wrong, you know, but when me say, when you already have one where it's a recreation for you, I want to make that turn, you know. People come capture that and below us for it, bro.
Yeah.
Like, we should do the right, you know, brother. But just imagine we have a bad field, bro. When I tell you that we go come see. Football, play for the team, I try to qualify to go and Craven here league. And I see done all the scheme. I said, Jesus, God, we can't believe this. We can't believe this.
But
right now, where the youth in the community they have done? Because that was the only little thing there in the community there, brother.
The one and then JC Hutchins never use Lacovia Community Center as an office. I mean, know them are giving money to pay for his own office and then take the ball pitch office and probably a packing office money.
Shit.
Lacovia Community Center, JC Hutchins office. So where that left the people them there? Where the youth them? The youth they get pushed out, man. And when the youth in the pan road that go along one way, we want to kill them. There's no community vibe no more. You know? No love.
Let's take everything from the youth them.
Yeah.
And take everything, even little sports we still take now. Now we see little running like we used to lose all the little running. Now we run at them leagues, them we dominate for many, many years. And you see them all gone. And anytime Shelly and a girl that can't be a problem, bro.
Them and them the food too much. The food where them in Jamaica are right. Let me tell people already for the platform, you know. Nobody believes that them people come to Jamaica just so. Them come to kill we have because they can kill we fake baby feeding. What that? Fake baby feeding. What is that? Huh? Fake baby feeding. Fake rum, fake boom, fake cigarette. They've already unleashed them and then I see the man them give them 1940 acre land, brother, to build them own colony. You know, so the man them do power. You see the man them give them 50-year concession, 30-year more than any other concession we ever signed. You know, see the man them willingly, deliberately I give the man a foothold on the place, give them tax break, duty-free imports, pant up on the Jamaica. You said about, let me ask you, you said about kill out the Jamaican own business them.
One of the things when me say, when me can't believe we see Chinese man now the on roadside and sell goods.
Well, we have the video.
Chinese man done eagle up on roadside also. Anytime them unleash our people and doom, you know, bro.
Hold on there for a minute, come here the video clip right here. Hold on there.
Look on the Chinese them. Not even Igla. They won't get a chance to sell on roadside. Watch them. Imagine them get the wholesale them in Jamaica for rent. And the roadside left for black people and then come and take over the roadside. So no tell me no. Look at this. Look on them.
See there?
Yeah, brother. Chinese are silver ticks enough, right? Anything Chinese pitch on for them, let go that till it dead, you know.
Stay there. Because they know they come for all, every dollar gone back home.
And they come for Jamaica. They come already, you know, bro. I don't know them coming or them, they come already, you know. And they come already and the road was so enough of them road from America, yeah. Road where some of them water out, you know, bro. But them come back. Them come back. You know, more of them come back now. So me sure so we're supposed to have 1 million of them down there by this.
Can you imagine that? These guys mash up Jamaican stars, mash up the car, run them off a road and let it clean. For the Chinese start sell on road now. You can't make that up.
Crazy, man.
Mr. Black leaders are sellout people. Are the worst from the Caribbean to Africa. Black leaders. The worst. Huh? So me never talk about Mark Gold in white. When you go away with that. Because it was under the white man, we used to get free uniform material when I go to school. Bulgur, the flour, the milk powder. And under the white man, them that. When the white man them left Jamaica, Jamaica have electricity before half of America. When the white man them left Jamaica, Jamaica have everything out of industry. Jamaica was doing good. And once the white man, even under Siaga was a traitor, yes, but God knows Jamaica never say so under Siaga. We ever give it to him. Jamaica never say so under Siaga. And we know that Siaga was a traitor. The archive is out there, you can go read it. All of these things.
When we just entered the road force, I can't remember when we supposed to be the one who was supposed to make Nissan and Toyota, you know. And we first them offer the contract, you know, don't serve well, you know. National Road, the sample car is still down there.
Me never know that.
Anybody gonna serve well, I think them before we leave Jamaica like 15, you know, but I still go down there and see the sample car. And we first built it. And when I look on it, you see it have the shape like the D13 and the Corolla, the Toyota Corolla. If you remember them old school one day.
Yeah,
the same shape like them. And we first get it before them take it. And him reject it. I see I reject the picture. Just like how him reject embassy him reject Disney World too, you know. And my people for Disney did want Port Royal for the first Disney World. I wasn't Orlando it's a building now. But Jamaica Port Royal it's a building. And I him reject that too. I make it come back and
Florida.
them come to US today.
So you can imagine if that did at Jamaica right now with that good. Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
Remember saying when that Coney Island, you know, bro. Remember the Disney World, Coney Island was the fucking, you know. Remember Coney Island, man? Coney Island, they were hiding, you know, man.
Yes. And we have movie.
Right, so,
we have our movie theater in Jamaica. You them don't even know all these things, you know. My God.
Coney Island, man, we first it up first. And we first it up that. It's a dead end, but it's never dead. But scale them.
Yes.
So when they build Coney Island, so now them farm the patent now when them create Disney Alpha. You know, and they have some little small one and some little, you know, them never have the massive one, them like Six Flags and them one there, you know. I'm just you start some little small one. And then they build phone now to get in, just like cell phone. I read the Jamaica revolution and cell phone worldwide. Enough people don't know them things that we. So we that's why see.
Yeah, we have cell phone long time. No,
that's why I'm not charged for phone bill like that. Because we start, you know, but we lead them no mean we no good because we supposed to have phone bill cheap and we supposed to have internet and everything because we them found the patent half.
But we have the highest phone bill right now.
We have the highest phone bill because we lead them some of them are some crap, bro. Some of them are some crap in a real life. Man, them now look out for as a nation of people. Them just look out for put it in their pocket.
Jaja.
You know? Remember when we start that cell phone, man, America still use people and phone too, brother.
That is true. That is true, people. Me go check that out one time, you know, say we have cell phone before US. I'm gonna go Google it.
Yeah, man, we have cell phone before most everywhere. We have it first.
No, we are old fart.
Them test it out. Yeah.
No, we are old fart people. We are really old fart now, you know. And the youth them grow up and just look on the country as old fart. They don't see the improvement. They don't see the way out. Now they start scam. Because just think about what the youth them are meditate right now. Just think about the youth that are in 2000.
We met someone with sometimes here you say, boy, if it was 100 them this or 100 them that. In a real life, remember 100 them is a learned opposition in a bro. Like 100 them, I remember that like most of the Jamaica Labour Party members, almost half of them career or more, they was on the opposition side. So they are perfect opposition. After they do something for so long, they become perfect, bro. Am I lying, brother?
I don't lie. But, you know, people need to go back and wonder why the Liberate was on the sideline for 18 years. Why? Why? So, may I show them sign on? Say this a time, yeah? When they come out of the office, it's going to be longer than 18 years. More on them already, you know? Because, you know what? No, my brother, they're going to make the look of you. They're going to make the look of you. All right, they're going to make a look at you to a 10 and 12 right now. I see them right now. And they don't have a chance, you know. They don't have a chance, you know. Huh?
They have a chance, you know, because they have a win by any means. So they're already prepared for war, you know, bro. You know, if Mark Golden, they're ready for that kind of war.
They need to press, Mark Golden does need to press gas.
In the 1980s, when the war fight them, then right, Chuck and most of them boy, Mike Henry, they were getting all and one.
We got the internet, yo. We never have the internet when them boy do them dirt. No, a different time now. We have the internet, we got social justice warriors like us.
But the problem is, bro, them now just take it like that.
No, man, no, they not do it, man.
Them have a fight, bro.
Them a fight right now, you know? Them a put on a fight right now with nothing. Them a fight right now. That's why the PNP can't drop no ball. That's why they need to press gas. Press gas non-stop, no ease up. Because when such man come in and ready to buy out the Jamaican people who we can't trust, brother, how that go? Eh? We already see them take money for God, the conference. We see them acquire about money in the bus. And only when they get the money, the bus get to roll off. Of course, the bus full of people who are labor right, who are supposed to go on labor right conference, whether they get money or not. And if the same people ever take money for God conference and they give them money, they might take it if you go vote. So we cannot trust with Jamaican people. Licky.
Yeah.
Love it, belly. That's why Mark Golden and the PNP must press gas. Make road, make distance between them and the labor right cause we don't just need a Mark Golden. We don't just need a Mark Golden win, you know. Mark Golden win alone can't do nothing to this, you know. You need to take down all of them seats, so any policy the man want to bring in, them can't vote against it. And that's the thing there. They need an overwhelming win. You see what I say? Yeah. Yeah. Nothing can change. Mark Gordon is going to go win now.
That's how we get from inside, you know, we make them so strong, you know, we know.
Yes.
Them get a overwhelming win them. So
yes.
That is why even the PMP party looks so weak.
Yes.
Because a lot of things them do, bro. Them are shutting man people and all them things. They think some man holding them back. Them shut man them.
No, then if you talk, then if you talk more, they're not talking enough. They don't shut the man. Because look, hold on there. Because every time Mark have a press conference, they come in. Just call the media, they never come. Every time Mark Golden have a press conference.
But hold on, even when they force it, bro. And when they do it, you cannot find it.
Look here. No, man, you can't find him. Because we black out and kick it out the road like a football, man. We not hear the excuse there. Them can't go. Hold on.
Remember, say, Uno, a professional for one and do it. So Uno have to know how to find it. When you go there and start searching Mark Golden banana, I can't French they are real. What about that something with good Mark and Golden you see that the internet? Find some people research them.
Well, no, man. No, shut the ban because Mark have his own. Andrew wants to control the internet. They're not controlling no internet, boy. Mark got his speed just like.
When you look, you have so much Mark Golden and so much Mark and Golden fake, you know. When you cannot find the thing, bro. By the time you find it, about that dislike and something put up on that YouTube liquid.
You know what? You know what? Me not gonna doubt you. Me never have that problem. Me not have that problem personally, but me not gonna doubt.
So who not gonna know what to do? Who not gonna know what to read fresh? Some of we are gonna know what to read fresh. Some of we are gonna know what to read. Some of we are gonna know the name and the red and the right thing, bro. Some of who know we are professional in the thing.
Well, let me give you advice. When you find Mark Golden page, go on it and like it. I want to find Andrew. Come me like Andrew. Me follow Andrew's page. Yeah. I'm gonna follow Mark Golden page. So they always have them. They're my friend of their page. So in order to stay, yes. Yeah, like it. That means that you don't have to even comment. Me not comment on them. Me not comment on Mark page. I'm not comment on Andrew's page. Come if me a come, they will block me. Me know me who. They will block me. So we don't better know me who. We just go in and see what I want to take anything more, any material more, and we just snatch it. I'm gonna go my business. I'm gonna pay attention to me. No, I can't do it. They will block me, man. But hold on. They block me on the JCF page, you know. The only way we go on the JCF page right now because we have another page where they don't know. So we can't go on the JCF page. Jamaica Constabulary Force block me. I'm gonna go up there and cuss somebody that disrespect nobody.
Control the media, bro. The same real you, bro. I'm the media personally, I'm run the media for the man. So you see how the man them media weak too, you know.
Yeah.
Him is a culprit behind the thing too, bro. If you listen to the interview when Big Mama asked him, tell you when it's him. I'm the media personally. Tell you. So if you link with the man them.
No,
it's like a week, bro.
Sometimes
some people have been born to, bro. Sometimes some people are young and good career. You can only some man.
Yeah, man.
Good career.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. And that's it, right?
No, that's it, though.
Two greedy. Two man can't wait to the bee.
Ego, man. Feelings, man. Feelings hurt, you know. It's just like someone that get their feelings hurt so deep and they can't hold it and they go kill their woman. Emotions, man. Think about it. You're right. The man have career can outlive Mark Golden and Andrew Honest. The man a younger man for them, man.
Younger man for them.
Eh? Hey, man, a whole proposition. The man even can't be all Prime Minister one day. No young man. And the thing about this, the man never throw him away, they might give another position in brother, a senator, brother. If they might give me a senator position, me enough of we sell the house of foreign and quit your job and go home,
Yeah. Use your money put on door and window. You use your money so because you use your own money and fix up the house. No, bro.
But he might get some money and he might get a post. It's not like he might get dash way. Me not like you this. He might get a post, he might turn senator. They might put the young youth as senator, you know. People, Jamaica people, if me and Una turn senator foreign, if somebody call and say, Carlos, me have a senator position for you, we say enough we sell we house a foreign and gone home immediately. Senator? Cool, man. Cool. Senator. If you're a young youth and the man come out there, that's what I say. A political suicide. I know some see because why would the liberate? Why would the liberate want him?
Them not want him, bro. Them don't want him.
Why would the liberate want him?
Well, what kind of position, man? They can find a position because Delroy Williams, federal. So how he want this position?
Could they?
They might try to squeeze out man to put the federal. Eh? So where the position the team get?
Nothing. And him in a good party. Lord Jesus.
We live in strange time.
We live in strange. Yeah, what for sure? Yeah, what to show, man? Yeah, what to show?
We're in strange times in Jamaica. We're living in strange times. Strange times because interesting
what to show, man?
behavior is rewarded. So, for example, if you're a police officer and you have ambition and you want to turn a senior superintendent of police, you think those who out there are face down bad man, the dog-hearted gunman, the man criminal, they would be rewarded with promotion. You think it's those who are investigating crime, putting tight cases together and putting criminals behind bars would be rewarded. But it seems the fastest way to turn SSP is to work with a friendly media host for a few years, get transferred to the GSCF, and you're catapulted from district constable to senior superintendent in a couple of years.
Can't make that up in a brother.
So you know the Willing syndrome real.
Yeah? You can't.
So you know it's real.
Yeah?
Because even police, bro, like, we see police are the man them dirty work. I imagine your police are 20, 30 years. And the man can just come in and get your work, get the position you forget. And you just sit down, so.
That demoralize the force, you know.
And we are someone that must, bro.
Man don't want to go out when the man, that's why the police only go out when gunshots start bust.
Well, we used to drive tanker down a petrol job. I'm a trained man. And the man in me train and him can get my stuff, bro. You know that hurt me? I'm a trained man. My work is the man. You what? I'm here for that. Let's just stay there, so. How me to train this man you take my work in this man?
Wow.
Eh? So that me when I fight man, I don't feel so. Eh? Oh, that the man will put their life by life. I don't feel better.
And I like.
But you think that sit down and take it, bro.
But what are they? Another first And the first him do that. He do that with Anthony Anderson from the military.
Yeah.
You remember that? Police commissioner come from the military. When Wally Pakaki close police way, go through the trenches and wait in a line.
Yeah.
No respect for the force, man. And the force are seated, you know.
No respect.
The force are seated, you know.
See, that's why I said the Willie Lynch syndrome real, brother. Willie Lynch syndrome real.
You know, so I talked to a police recently, and guess what police tell me, say? Come here, ask the police if crime down. The police say more surprised when they hear them come out. Me can do a video pan, you know. Me can do a war video pan this. The police tell me say was surprised when they hear the man them say a crime down. That police are tell me, you know. Say he was surprised when they hear the man them say crime down.
So much triple murder, upper murder, triple murder. I hear about them time for something there. I feel them man, I government hear them time for something. When they hear them time for something there. 10, 15 years ago, one time it happened for the whole year.
Jaja.
One time I memorized that year thing. Because I can't remember the first time a year. One people killing and one couple stop that when I didn't go and said I heard it. I went one man a Portland, man, people the brother must come back and him woman and him people them time must claim say send all for money and the woman mash up the money. Him supposed to still their GP now. And the first you must hear about them that something the way. And then since then I'm going to come in the brother, they must something coming like a regular, they must something get regular in the brother.
Jaja.
Eh?
And a lie.
They must something get regular, brother.
And a lie. Especially since all the new commissioner come in. Since the new commissioner come in, me think things are changed. Like the man them turn up a triple, multiple. Yeah. So they want to make me believe the crime go down. Because the man that run off of the economy. And they run off of the economy and refuse busting bubble by giving out the secret.
Not good news. So the growth we have been having has come to an end. It is now decline. That's where we're into now. And as you heard from Dr. Henry there, for calendar year 2024, we are going to end the year poorer than how we started it collectively in terms of our output of goods and services. Not good. And therefore, making the connection, the Prime Minister would have been aware of this. He would have been aware of this.
So Cliff, you say I make the connection. And the Prime Minister should have been aware of this. So if you notice, say him now run for the good economy no more.
Yeah.
Tell the people now see it at the crime now. And the police tell me say he was so frightened when he hear the man come talk about 19% reduction in crime. Police tell me that. Anyway, my brother, bless myself, you know.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's all right, man.
You have any final word, my brother?
I know I'm reach a little place here, I know, so.
All right, my brother.
You know, it was good reason, man, and just,
yes.
you know.
Don't be a stranger on the platform.
And go and speak the words, brother.
Yes, my brother. Respect here, sir.
All right.
Don't be a stranger up here, sir. Blessings.
Cool, man.
Cool.
Yeah.
The two people. Yeah, man. So, if you notice, say, since after Cliff Hughes come drop, because Cliff Hughes supposed to be more peace, you know, and then more peace really said this, I will for labor right, each up around more peace every day, you know, and then believe everything more peace say. You see, so when more peace come say, boy, it bad. We poorer, we're not richer. Then we see man let it go. And then pivot to crime. Police officer tell me, say, he was surprised. Top cop. When I talk about bottom feeder. Was surprised when him hear a 19% reduction in crime. Police also tell me, say, about 50 soldiers have been removed from down St. James and 40 had from down by Westmoreland and some other places, another amount move at 3 different locations in the west. So they move them going back at barracks, at town, because they need them up there. It is alleged that the soldier them shot So police are jump ship and like soldier jump ship too. The mother be said enough of them young soldier boy, yeah. I gotta go through it like the old soldier. You know them old soldier where we born for know and we grow to know them soldier and we grew up in a society where we say soldier and we respect them and we know them. Yeah? Big man them in the army. When you look at them, look at youth in the army, you think them are youth in the army if you stay long. Yeah? You tell them if you go out there and so you burn them out there in the street and down the lane. There's a wear out the soldier them, man. The soldier them are quick people, it seems. Because from where you hear from the police, him said the army has been reduced. So what we are here about the soldier and the police were quit the JCF, but we are not hearing the amount of soldier them were quit the JDF. We only hear about the JCF. So now may I hear from a JCF member, I tell me about the JDF them I diminish, I dwindle down. So they have to move 50 soldier or 50 yard allegedly and 40 yard from Westmoreland back to the barracks at Kingston so them can beef up security because them shot. Not to mention the others we send over Haiti because we have so much soldier in the country and crime is so down. Now we soldier them just sit out there and not do nothing till we can send them guy Haiti. When we need every hand on deck, all hands on deck. But we soldier with forces in Haiti. Yeah, and because we are dwindled down there, send them Ghana Haiti, but move them from St. James and move them from Westmoreland. But they have them in other man country. So the people them now Westmoreland and down at St. James is more unsafe because we soldier them are being removed. But the people them in Haiti, we soldier them must serve other people in other country. And I don't understand that. Make sense out of that. Do you understand what Carlos is saying? Look on that. Look on that. Soldier them remove because, yeah, police at them same surprise when you hear the man come out and talk about 19%. I was surprised too because I'm saying that the way these guys like to brag and boast is a PR government. Why wouldn't this PR government come out when it was only 10% or 5% reduction in crime, in murders, right? If you have a 5% reduction in murders, you're going to come out and tell me. If it's a 7% reduction in murder, you're going to tell me. And when it grow to 8 and 9, you're going to say, wow, it's growing, guys. You're going to come out and tell us. When it's 10% reduction in crime, in murders, they're going to come out and tell us, people. But whenever I hear about 1, 2, 3, 4, none of that reduction, we only hear them get up one day and say 19. Come here. For a PR government who love everything, every credit, them out every day. You know, when it was 5% reduction in murders and 10% reduction in murders, how come we never hear anything, people? How we just get up one man and I hear them talk about this 19%? So when I see what the police officer feel, the police officer say, I'm surprised. And the surprise, the police say, yeah, but the police say, I'm surprised when they hear them talk about this 90% reduction in crime. Police say appear, double, triple, quadruple droppings are going. How is it crime is going to go down when more people are get dirt in a one shooting? Make sense of that. It's different when they are dirt one man in a one shooting. The shooting them still are going, and the shooting them get more. And you them take out more in a shooting. So, I mean, how is it gone down? Me also ask, when them take overtime, can I also ask the police about overtime, Can I call them and ask them about that? And them tell me about overtime. They call them and ask them about overtime pay also. Because what I realized when Nigel Clark was leaving, he warned about government MDAs, government ministries, departments, and agencies. And how the government should cut overtime wages to them, or else it will have a dire effect if we did not. So when I was reading the first department or agency, when we see them remove overtime payment from, so I would consider that the first agency when we see get defund department is the police in Jamaica. Maybe others got defunded first, but I didn't see it. But I saw the police force, JCF, got defunded in real time. Carlos, I lie, I tell them not get defunded. I would consider if you're going to cut overtime to the police, is you defund the force. If police were allowed to work overtime before, I know police have to do them look at 12 or them 8, when we used to do them 16. That tell me say, because the money is not there, according to the former finance minister, it tell me say you're defunding the police. The money is not there like before. And you have to watch them purse now. So you start spend less. So it is a defunding of the police. So may I ask myself, how is it the police them find they find it in them within that space to reduce crime to 19% when they reduce overtime for police? When they defund the police, that is when murders are down. Makes sense of that, people? That makes sense to you? When they defund police, that's when they say murders are down. It makes sense? Does that make no sense? And before, when police had more overtime and could work more overtime, police couldn't bring down the crime. See, one of them say you have to punish the police and squeeze them and suffer them a little bit more for them to reduce the crime. The police them say frightened when they come out with this number. He frightened. He frightened. I was frightened also. But we know say them lie, and me understand me with it on the front page. I do this every day. PR stunt is this government go-to. It was the economy they were running on until Cliff Hughes come blow them bubble and bust them bulb. So we are go poorer, the economy shrink, and the prime minister should have known. Then the economy get too hot, so him drop it like a piece of hot iron. Then they run over crime. So we never hear about 1, 2, 3% reduction in murders. That wasn't enough to report. You want to tell me so you get a 4 and 5 and 6 reduction in murders and you never come out, can't tell me? How about the 7, 8 and 9% reduction in murders? Come on, that's good something to report. How about the 9, 10 and 11% reduction in murders? How come you never tell me? But everybody get up one man in with their 19%. You talk about the PR government, you know. If a 1%, they can't tell you because they might beat them chest like a gorilla. The PR government, when they have 5% reduction in murders, never tell we. The PR government, when it have 10 and 15% in a reduction in murders, never come tell we. But we all get up in the next morning to the 19%. All the police, them shocked at Jamaica. What the hell is going on there? Huh? All the police, them shocked people. Crime down where? You know what? Make us work together and pull down crime, no man. And that's what we need to do. Don't come with the fake numbers out there to make me believe say crime is so down. It's good time for me start look buy for me house or foreign and sell it to go back to Jamaica because crime is on a downward trajectory. It is already 19% of them say they might keep it. And if you listen to them in the media, you know, listen to them work on it now. They say they plan to keep it down. They say they plan to continue the trend. They now make it pass. They might continue to work on the 19% to less, to make crime get less and less and less. Listen to the argument now, man. With what crime they're talking about? The figure what a number what they talk about surprise the one police out the way to fight crime. Police tell me I'm not talking about no funky police when a station write up in a book. We real warrior police me talk about. I tell me say them surprised and frightened when them hear say they man go to this 19% reduction in crime. Police tell me that. And the same police tell me say, we have to move soldier from west, about 50 or 50 yard from St. James, 40 yard from Westmoreland, and maybe Hanover, come here about, but we just forgot. But there's another place down in the western part of Jamaica on move soldier. I think it's Hanover. I think I can run off Hanover, St. James, and Westmoreland now. So the move soldiers from St. James left the people them less safe, but to send them Ghana 18, not true. Right? Got mind other people business. Move them from Westmoreland and my thinking is St. James. But I just remember the other place. You understand me? So remember clearly St. James and Westmoreland soldier them gone back at town because we don't need them. Because the soldier them shot. So soldier run out of the army and they not tell me. Now weak in the army of Jamaica, we not tell me. The defense force is getting weaker. We not tell me. We don't go tell about the police them. So me you say, they might drop out of the force Because them young boy, I can't take him, man. Them young boy, when they go in, they pick up on Instagram to take 2 pictures and post on social media. Them young boy can't take him, man. And they don't call it them first time soldier, you know. Nah, man, them young boy can't take him, man. No, sir. Them a look a young boy, I see that they post a young girl. Pick up on social media, go see them, the JDF young people, them. Gen Z JDF members. If you go up on social media, go see them. You'll be any little Joe from down the road and Jane. No professionalism. They pose like anybody else. You know, this gun and uniform is all to make them get more viewers on their page. They don't, think about it, people. They don't take this thing serious. Sorry, guys. They don't take this thing serious. So anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. We start from there right fuck. Oh my, there right Chuck. God, sure. There right Chuck. We don't have no respect for the females. And that's where we start from. Under the right Chuck, the sexual predator registry list look like say it's DOA. Dead on arrival. We'll never see the public sex offender registry in Jamaica. Because that right Chuck, he have a soft part in him heart for predators. What do you call us, I say? There's a soft part in his heart for predators. Play them. We go dig them up. Because I know about these. A long time on social media, people. It's not the first bit of video upon this, you know. But because we know if you go dig up and we know what to go look for, that's why we can pull these up for you guys. To make you understand who, a little bit more, who is Delroy Chuck. To me, I believe Delroy Chuck is a predator's best friend as a justice minister. That's what I believe because of what him say and the position where him take. Things will come out of his mouth as a justice minister should come out of nobody's mouth.
We don't want the situation that now happens in the Me Too movement in the US. Where 30 years later, you talk about I was arrested in the elevator. No, if you don't complain within 12 months, please, you know, cut it off.
So, that's where we started. Then we also play is recording of how he feel about predator.
If a person having been convicted of a sexual offense and has been given a 6 term and has served it and is now back in the community, would it not be a second sentence in the public at large when they say that's a sex offender?
So him say if the sex registry list should be made public after a man gets sentenced and come back in the community, that would be a second sentence. Him not care about the victims who been sentenced for life with the trauma. The lady called a while ago. She said she had a spring chicken, but she can never wash it off her. This is a justice minister. Minister of Sure said there's nothing coming for victims under this man. Do you understand what I say? That's the justice minister.
What would be wrong in allowing only prescribed persons such as the police, probation officers, and others to know that this person has served a sentence for a sex offense? Now, it may well be that if in a democracy, people feel that if you have committed a particular offense, you should suffer the scrutiny for the rest of your life.
You should suffer the scrutiny for the rest of your life. So therefore, him don't want the sex offenders to suffer the scrutiny for the rest of their lives based on what he's saying. You understand me? You can hear his conversation. You can hear him talk. You can see right through him, even though him come out with an apology. This is our justice minister. And most recently, he's encouraging politicians in Jamaica to break the law. Their right chuck must step down. We can't get it in lower. Their right chuck must step down. However, people, thank you for watching this video. And I'm sorry I never start earlier this morning because of technical difficulties. However, I'm there. Right? Thank you guys so much for being here right now. Share this if you believe somebody should hear this. You see me I say, my name is Jamaican Carlos. And I want to show you before we leave, again, how sexual crime documents store in Jamaica. This is how serious them take it. I want to highlight that one more time.
Station there is of Sisuka, detailing cases from as far back as 2013, the 16th of December 2013 to the 6th of the 10th, 2014, and we see where you turn the pages of this book. You see the name of the accused, you see the offenses, you see the court where these matters, I suppose, are tried. So the last court date, the next court date, the division, and obviously the remarks that are made. For example, in one instance, it says preliminary mention for counseling report from SUB, so where that's the initial of someone. In one case, it said 18 months imprisonment and probation for a particular person who committed a particular offense. Right here. Was all this information. So this information cases involving children.
So that's sexual offenders and victims information found in an abandoned building, abandoned police station. That's how serious them take victims in Jamaica. Where you ever see that yet? Eh? That them go in an abandoned building, go find an old police station, go find big book with all type of sexual predators and victim name and information and all type of stuff, people. I want to email some. Victim name and information. You see, everything we allege in this video, me want the right chuck. Come tell me what I want. Come tell me what I want, brother. You need to step down. These are some serious. This is serious. I want to ask the right chuck. If the list go public, is your name going to be on it? What about the politicians around you? Why the list is not made public? The right chuck. Why are you suffering the nation? Behind why you believe that sexual predator must not live with that stigma for the rest of their life, but the victim must live with that stigma for the rest of their life. They're right, Chuck. You're Justice Minister. What good are you to the country if this is the way you think? They're right, Chuck. The Justice Minister for Jamaica. What good are you if you encourage politicians not to declare their spouses' salaries and their statutory declarations? What is this, the right, Chuck? So are you a criminal? The right, Chuck. I want to know. I don't understand. I want you to come clear up this thing. If we have a criminal as a justice minister, is it true we don't know? I would like Justice Minister come tell us if he's a criminal. Come tell me. Come explain all of this in this video to me. What it add up to? And if it was in my shoe, and as an outside man looking in, how would you view I and I? If I said these things what you say, if I do these things what you do, I mean, how would you look at me, Mr. Chuck, other than maybe my name up on the list? That's why I don't want to do it. You're not doing the nation any good. You're not doing nation bidding and business. You're worried about sexual predator. Must not live with the stigma for the rest of their life. You bring up all this different scenario. You know? Look here, people. Thank you for watching this video. Everybody there, so if you think somebody can hear this, share this. My name is Jamaica Carlos. I'm out.
General Secretary of the Jamaica Labour Party, Dr. Horace Chang, and the Jamaica Labour Party Women's Parliamentary Caucus have added their voices to the matter concerning comments made by Justice Minister Delroy Chuck last week during a joint select committee meeting on the sexual harassment bill. During the discussion on an appropriate time period for the reporting of sexual harassment, Mr. Chuck said he did not want to see persons making sexual harassment complaints years after the incident, as has been happening in the Me Too movement. This statement has drawn strong condemnation from members of the public. In the joint statement from the JLP today, Dr. Chang said the groups strongly condemn any statement which diminishes the importance of the issue of sexual harassment or the broader issue of sexual violence. He said Mr. Chok's apology is welcomed. The JLP General Secretary added that going forward, he expects Mr. Chok's conduct in the committee will reflect the seriousness with which such matters should be addressed. Meanwhile, the Justice Minister has issued another apology. In his statement on the weekend, Mr. Chok apologized to anyone who found this remark he made at the Parliamentary Committee inappropriate.
We don't want the situation that now happens in the Me Too movement in the US, where 30 years later, you talk about I was arrested in the elevator. No, if you don't complain within 12 months, please, cut it off.
Now, in a statement issued today, Mr. Chok said he deeply regrets what, upon reflection, was insensitive behavior on his part and unreservedly and sincerely apologizes. He says he acknowledges and sympathizes with the hurt and the trauma experienced by persons who are victims of harassment or any form of sexual abuse for which there is no statute of limitation.
Commit and assure everyone who has been concerned by my utterance that my conduct in committee meetings and otherwise will reflect the fact that I do not seek to diminish the importance of this issue. I always advocate for women to be treated with dignity and respect, and I believe in a society where women are never objectified or exploited. I ask for the public's forgiveness and commit to championing the cause and concerns of our women, and to be an ally and an advocate representing fully and fairly the women of Jamaica.
We don't want the situation that now happens in the Me Too movement in the US, where 30 years later, you talk about I was arrested in the elevator. No, if you don't complain within 12 months, please, cut it off.
Pull me again, you can't pull me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scandal, we can't buy time. You can't pull me again. Can't pull me again. You can't pull me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't pull me again. What you gonna eat no money, what you at you, eat no at you. Covid money, miss away, eat the yellow rat you. Use the youth, them money, waste for most mantis statue. Say be like a catch you, but they got in a figure you. Take the script of money, girl, and say that it's not you. One day the man above him up, him a got a belt. But it in the kitchen, some a fly like a patu. When singers and DJs and social media's coming at you. It burn me 300% raise. It burn me garbage pile up the day. It burn me give the teacher them raise. It burn me I see corruption please. It burn me mash down the people them house. It burn me every day appear arms out. It burn me appear money them a thief. It burn me and them a sell out with each. Can't pull me again. You can't pull me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scandal, we can't buy time. You can't pull me again.